everyone, and welcome to the Clearview Ice Arena for today's Men's Division III club hockey action between the Akron Zips and the Robert Morris University Colonials. Cole Brennan alongside me. I'm Cadeyn McCrory, and Cole, last night, to say the least, was not the best of showings for these Colonials, falling to the Duquesne Dukes 7-3. But tonight, talking to Coach Riffner, it's all about redemption. And this team, coming back on home ice in front of their fans, hey, this is the game to do it.
Yeah, I totally agree. You know, Akron had believe that is probably about a 2-hour drive, so you know those guys are going to be tired. There might be a little bit of rust, but the Colonials need to get off to a much faster start than they did. They had turnovers. They did not forecheck. They need to play a lot better than they did than the first 5 minutes of the game yesterday, because those first 5 minutes of the game yesterday were not good at all. You can't make those mistakes.
Statistically as well, they gave up 4 goals, went through 2 goaltenders in that 5-minute span, and that just sets them back the rest of the game. I mean, like you said, it needs to be a hot start. And the one guy I want to highlight who was out of the lineup yesterday was Mr. Tyler Weekly, 27 in white, 6 goals and 10 points throughout his season so far. Career high statistically all around for 27 in white. And he was sorely missed on that top line yesterday.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, for him to have 10 points, 6 goals so far this year, they got to feed him the puck. If he's going to score goals, you got to get the puck to him. Let him shoot the puck. They just have to come off to a much better start than I said. Also, too, yesterday they took that timeout. You never want to have to take a timeout in the first period of the game.
Let alone the first 5 minutes of the game.
Right.
The other guy I want to keep an eye on, Parker Smith. He has 4 goals, including one last night. That was an absolute snipe of a shot along the dot. But during the 3 games here on Clearview Ice Arena, he has put up 1 goal individually in each of those. So home ice seems to be his comfortable territory, and definitely a player in my eyes to watch for tonight's game.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think he is a very good player to watch this game. Coming back, we just got to see guys rebound after yesterday. As Coach said, it is about redemption. Redeeming yourself from yesterday and just coming off and playing a much better complete game.
And one more guy I do want to highlight is 22, one of the centers, Luke Rose. He's a freshman. He had a goal last night as well in the dying minutes of the game. But for a freshman to take the top 6 minutes that he has, the face-up ability, his two-way game, that's another guy who I think, with the players around him, which are Tyler Weekly and then sophomore forward Justin Newton, who has 3 goals on the season, between those 3 guys, that top line is a dangerous one.
Yeah, I totally agree. And for a freshman to go and play top 6 minutes in club hockey is impressive, because normally those spots are going to those older players, your veterans on the team who are juniors and seniors. I think that's very good, and it's definitely an accomplishment for him, and I look forward to seeing what he has to provide for us today.
Now let's take a look at tonight's goaltending matchup. First off, we're going to look at the Colonials. Tonight they're going to be putting out alternate captain senior Nick Arkea. 1-1 record on the season, a 4 goals against, an .882 save percentage. Really solid stats for the senior so far this year.
Yeah. He's a veteran goaltender. He's going to get the start tonight, and let's see what he can do.
On the opposing side, the Zips are going to go with number 29, Carson Barkhart, a 3-3 record, a .476 goals against average, and an .876 save percentage. Not the hottest of starts, which, I mean, if you're the Colonials looking at, there got to be a weak side somewhere in that goalie to have that kind of average against.
Right, yeah, that's definitely not a very solid average against. You just got to pepper this goalie with shots. Keep getting shots. And get the puck low, get guys in front of the net to crash the net. That's what's key for this Colonials team.
Now also to the Zips, let's look at one of the other point leaders, Charles Wilson, 5 goals, 9 points in his tenure so far with the Zips, wearing number 5 tonight. He goes by the nickname Chucky, which we saw on the ACHA website, but Charles Wilson is, I think, definitely going to be the guy to keep an eye on for the Zips here tonight.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree. I think they need to make sure that they have eyes on him the whole night. Make sure that he's covered up too, especially too if he's in front of that net. They got to make sure. They got to stick on stick and tie him up in front of the net.
As both teams have now hit the ice, the Zips taking their final lap around. Colonials seem pretty much ready to go. We'll see what Coach Riffner will decide to put out in his starting unit. Is Archaea, as mentioned, 30 in white, and the alternate captain in the crease. Referee is getting the net out for Carson Burkhart. We will first meet the Zips when both teams are settled and ready to go. It's weird to have this 5 o'clock start. It's not a normal time for a hockey game, but also right after this we do have the D2 women's team, which is going to be a very exciting game as the Delaware Blue Hens come to play here at Clearview Ice Arena.
Yeah, 5 o'clock start's definitely a weird start for a hockey game. I like my prime time games. I don't know about you, Caden.
Those 8 o'clock games just had that different feel to them, you know? And we're going to get one of those, but first, we got this one. So let's send it down to Austin McLean for the starting lineups for the Akron Zips. Dorn Ocon, number 90, starting on forward. Adam Ports, 3 goals in the season, 23 in blue. Kessel Richards, what a fun name that is.
That is a fun name.
Matt Zapp on defense.
I like that his name is Kessel.
Yeah,
Phil Kessel was a great Penguin player. And now, congratulations to Phil Kessel as well for breaking the Ironman streak for those for the Vegas Golden Knights.
Yeah, there we go, Vegas Golden Knights. As also mentioned, Lubick on defense, and then a netminder Burkhart. And now to the right here for the Colonials, under Coach Riffner and Coach Luff. Also on the bench, freshman goaltender Liam McCullough. John Betts, one of the star forwards of this club team, starting forward. Wade Daniels, one of the young speedsters, freshman here for this team, 13 in white. Brandon Luff, senior, had a goal last night, a big game for him. The man they call Cosmo, Andrew Komorowski, number 10, starting on defense. One of the young freshman defenders, Noah Long, wearing number 11 here tonight. And then Nick Arquet in the crease tonight. And now we will send it down to the national anthem from the beautiful voice of the young Kat Tedder. It's great to hear some other fresh voices here at Clearview Arena. We know we love John Tucci, but the voice of Kat Tedder is a very good one, so we're going to send it down there now for the national anthem.
And you can't forget Mr. Jeff Jimerson.
As well. Send it down now for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the purple or the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and rapids recommend that arms bursting in air, deep blue through the night, that our flag was in there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
A beautiful rendition of the national anthem by Kat Tedder, the youngster out of North Allegheny. As now pucks come flying onto the ice here as we get set for the Akron Zips and the Robert Morris University Colonials Division III men's hockey. Right underway here. Coach Riffner breaking down the boys here at the bench. Now the Zips on the left side getting themselves ready to go. It'll be Betts on the draw, I believe here, with Luff and Daniels to his side. Komorowski in long defensively and Arkea in the crease. Let's do that hockey.
Let's play some hockey here, Caden.
It'll be Luff taking on that one. He will take the draw here. As compared for the other side, it looks like one of the forwards here. Not sure the exact name and number on this one. But Luff steps in. Referee set. Puck dropped. One forward to John Betts. Getting forward on the zone. Betts working around shot. Saved by Burkhardt. Luff down to retrieve that one. Pins it along the wall. Trying to move it forward. 3 Zips around him. We're going to take that puck away. Shoveling it forward. Long steps up. Kept alive by Wade Daniels for momentarily. And now the Zips come the other way. Jake Lubick throws it across to Oken. Shot sails wide of Arkea. Long shovels it forward. Going for Luff trailing. He gets past the line and sends it deep. They're going to get a quick line change. Coach Riffner happy with the start thus far for the Colonials. The Zips working their way forward. Getting around a man. Ocon's going to send that one in. Streaking his way down, Jordan Campbell, the captain for the Zips, wearing number 9. Taken away by Justin Pollard. Up the boards, intercepted pass. Ocon controlling it behind the net, moves it in front. Chance and a save by Arkea. Still loose. Arkea will cover.
Yeah, so far I would say that the Colonials are off to a better start than they were during yesterday's game. The first 5 minutes yesterday, like I said, were just an awful start for them, and this is one of the keys to today's game, starting out hot.
Bookman wins it back to Macariola. Shoveling it forward past the Akron defense all the way down. Smith tries to get down there. Quite not quick enough. And it'll be Colonial icing.
These are one of the plays that I really like. For Smith to go down, to really hustle to try and beat out that ice, that's the stuff you want to see from a player. That's a player who's willing to go and work hard.
Smith, one of the heart and soul guys on this team. Akron elects to have the face-off to the left of Arkea, right on the screen. There'll be 71, Kyle Grasha on the draw. Bookman wins that one back to Macariola. Sending it forward into the feet of Smith. Couldn't quite corral. Chance now for Chucky Wilson. Shot blocked away by Pollard. Back to the point. Kept alive like Schlen. Down to Pollard. Makes a move around his man. Gloves it down. Pushes it forward. Out of the zone it will go. Zips just throw it back in to touch up on the play. Arkea leaves it off for Macariola. Sends it the length around the wall to Smith. Smith working his way through the middle of the ice, gets the line and shovels it in to get the line change. Jake Lubick back to retrieve for Akron. Sending it along the wall for Kyle Grasha, bodied hard along by Connor Borsch. The freshman unit out there along with Connolly. Connolly gets bodied hard along the wall. Moving through the middle of the ice, a chance for Chucky Wilson. Baker against him. Baker gets bodied off. Wilson shot. Can't quite get to Arkea. Komorowski tried to go through his man, taken away. Connolly back to help. Through the middle of the ice, collected by the Zips and sent back into play. Baker over to Komorowski. Throwing it all the way back to Baker. Holding, going along the wall to Zeissmiller. Off his stick, no icing. Behind the net, Barnett plays it around. Borsch throws it towards the net and covered with Connolly crashing in. And Carson Burkhardt will make the stop.
Yeah, big offensive zone face-off here for the Colonials. It would be really big for them to go and get a goal here and get a good shot on net. That's what they need to do here off this draw.
Rose back to Newton. Tried to go back to Weekly along the top of the circle. Couldn't quite do so. Back down, Sam Palmer. Retrieves this puck, sends it along the wall, bouncing. Newton tries to get it out. Rose in to help. Newton and Rose battling for it. Rose couldn't quite get it out now. Palmer's going to retreat. Throws it around the net to Weekly. Good to see him back in the lineup, 27 in white, making his presence known with a big hit. Palmer Gets Brian muscled along by 97 Kyle Garvin. Rose back to help. Shoveling it along the wall to Palmer. Along the boards to Newton. Through the middle, Weekly was trailing. Caught behind him. Puck does get out of the zone though, but Akron will just send it back down. Noah Long collects. Throws it the length of the ice to a trailing man, and Rose had Weekly possible 2-on-1, but shoveling it into the zone. Picked up now by the Zips. Moving it through the middle of the ice. Couldn't hit the man trailing as Pollard will collect and move his way up the ice. Daniel shoveling it forward to get the line change. Puck sails along the glass. Betts fighting for it. Throws it towards the middle to Luff, trailing in. Puck is loose. Where is it? Referee loses sight of it, and they'll call the whistle here at 16:08.
Another offensive zone face-off. I'm really wondering as to what they might try and set up here. Maybe put someone at the top of the circle and try and win it back to them and get a quick shot on net and have that other guy crash the net. You know, that's definitely a possibility, but we'll see what they do.
They had Pollard kind of trailing in down low on that one off the draw. Moving forward, taken by number 88, Logan Amore. Amore shoveling it along to Pollard. Pollard off, takes an awkward bounce there, stays in the zone. Luff throws it behind his net to John Betts. Betts around his own net, flying around, gives it over to Wade Daniels. Daniels moving it forward. Shot from the point, sails through traffic wide of Archaea. Betts through the middle, coming down is Daniels. He has a chance. Daniels gets taken down, and there will be a call. And it will be on Daniels. Betts touches up. Wade Daniels to the box. And Cole, I'm not positive on this one.
I'm not positive at all either. Personally, I thought he got tripped there on that breakaway.
I did as well.
That is just my opinion. I don't like that call by the referee at all, and I didn't see it.
I didn't either. We'll wait for the official call from the PA man, Mr. Austin McLean. Coach Riffner sending his troops out for this penalty kill, including Captain Brian Baker, who is very much up in arms about this one.
Coach Riffner does not look happy about that call.
Back to the point. Shot chance sails over the glove of Archaea. Smith shovels it through the air all the way down. It will go. And the Zips will retreat. Bookman applying the pressure. 7 in white, one of the speedy youngsters, freshman for this Colonial squad. Bookman bodies his man along the wall, getting into the zone. Jordan Campbell leading the rush. Campbell skating around. Smith had pressure there. Puck gets through. Down low it'll go. Through the middle, shot sails right over the head of Archaea. Zips moving backwards now along the circle through the middle. Campbell plays it down low. Adam Pote, puck bouncing around by Palmer, still alive by the Zips. Bookman shakes off that hit and sends it out. Embellishment.
Embellishment.
Wow.
Wow.
That is, I don't like that call at all here.
That's not a good call.
Embellishment is the official wording on that one. Through the middle, chance shot, hits off the blocker of Archaea, sliding over. Bookman sends it possibly out, kept alive with the hand pass. Blocked by Baker. Komorowski hits it off of Bookman's stick, coincidental play off the stick and kept alive. Back to the point it goes. Over to the trailing man in Marinarino. Around the net. Akron back to the point. Chance to the middle shot. Hits off a couple of sticks, including Smith's. Another shot attempt. Komorowski blocks that one. Zip still gaining possession of the zone. 20 seconds to go on the penalty to Daniels. Skating around. Shot hits off of Smith. Puck working its way all the way to the blue line, but kept alive. 10 seconds now on the penalty. Shot patted away by Archaea. Another chance. Bookman couldn't get there. One more final shot. Saved by Archaea, flashing the leather.
It's a good save by Archaea. And a good kill by this Colonials team. They needed a good kill, and they got that out of their players.
Komorowski.
Let's see what they can do here for these next 2 seconds.
Komorowski is wincing on the bench right now. Hope that he's okay to continue in this one. Rose wins that over. Long, retreating, back to even strength we are. Rose picks that up, shoveling along the wall, back to Long. Daniels fresh out of the box. Palmer picks it up and works his way forward. Stretch pass to Weekly, moving along the right circle. Weekly tries to dangle in, taken away by the Zips defense. Rose gains possession though, pokes it forward. Newton now keeps that one alive. Down low. No one quite home, hits off the back of Rose, still in the zone, but Akron collects and moves forward. Kyle Graska. Newton shovels him along the wall. Poked forward. Out of the zone it will be. Back in for Long to retrieve for the Colonials. Long, miscues there. Puck kind of bouncing off of his stick. Pickpocketed now by Graska. Sent along the wall hard by Palmer through middle of the ice. Zips collect and now begin the rush. Chucky Wilson gets the puck taken away. Weekly bouncing with it through the feet. Leaves it off to Rose. Couldn't quite corral the puck. Newton shovels his man along the wall. McCrory in to help as well. Evan Yost shot. Hits off a couple of players. Still loose in front. Archaea got a pad on that one. Along the top of the circle, shot blocked by Luke Rose, getting down for that one. Along the top of the circle shot, Newton blocks that. The forward group getting down and dirty, blocking as many chances as they can.
Two good block shots. That's what you want to see from players, willing to lay their body out on the line to block that puck.
Pollard took it himself, had a good chance. Tried to glue glove side, nothing home. Jordan Campbell behind the net, pressured hard by Luff. Up the wall will be Luff, holding his man there, keeping the puck possession down low. Daniels in to help. Back to the point to Macariola. Through traffic, still loose. Around goes Betts. Out of the net is a netminder. Daniels shot, blocked by the defense, and we'll get a whistle. An A-plus opportunity for the Luff line of Betts and Daniels, but no cigar on that one, Cole.
They got a really good opportunity, and that's the stuff that you want to see. So far, 8.5 minutes into this game, they're playing a lot better than they were the first 5 minutes of yesterday, and that's what you want to see.
Betts wins the draw back to Daniels to the point to Komorowski. Komorowski winds up, shot, sails through traffic, wide of the netminder Burkhart. Akron defense playing it around the wall. Over to 97 in blue, Garvin. Tried to get it out, but Luff read the play. Daniels gets shoved along as well. Look down on the chase. Puck still bouncing around. No one quite getting possession of it at the moment. Baker in to help out. Baker and Daniels can wide with a huge hit. Into the middle to Luff. Over to Daniels through escape. Backhand shot patted away by Burkhart. Luff to the wall to Komorowski. Komorowski winds up, fires shot, patted away. Betts around the top of the circle. Fires one. Stuck away. Baker. Now all the way back to Komorowski in the middle of the ice. The Colonials with a good couple chances here as they throw that one in. Komorowski's going to go get a line change. Borsch pressuring down low. Up the boards here, carrying it up at 16 in blue. Hit hard by Zeiss Miller. Borsch going to chase that one down. Same with Connolly. Akron coming out of their zone. Nolan Lyle shovels it towards the net. Archaea will stop and hold and get the whistle.
Colonials do need to get more pressure down low in the offensive zone. You want the offensive zone, and you're forechecking. It's a great way to force turnovers and get goals. Because when a defenseman feels pressured in their defensive zone, and you get that pressure on them, what's going to happen is they're going to make mistakes.
Puck was moved forward. Zeiss Miller had a chance to go to Borsch. Couldn't quite get there. Long goes over to Palmer. Up the boards hard. Tried to go to Connolly. Couldn't connect there. Retreating is Long. Skyrockets that puck. Bouncing. Finds Borsch. Puts that one down with his skate, but couldn't quite entirely get through traffic. Ermagati on to help now. It's Max Ermagati coming down the right side. Shot. Loose puck. Tried to go to Connolly. Nothing there. Moving forward now, Nolan Lyle leading the rush. That puck hits off sticks into the netting, out of play.
Along the boards here, he had a chance to finish his check. You want to finish your check. Every single play, you have the chance to do that. Every single play, you got to finish your check.
Colonials going to rule with the Bookman line with Smith and Ermagati. Bookman wins it along Smith, pokes it forward. Smith, we know, has the legs. Colonials offsides. Smith just a step ahead of Ermagati. So the draw will come right outside the blue line. This line has looked good so far throughout their tenure together, Ermagati, Bookman, and Smith. Bookman wins it back to McCrory, who banks that one in. Smith shoveled hard along the wall. Ermagati almost taking out the goaltender in the process of forechecking there. Bookman is going to go down to retrieve that puck. Brandon Bone pushes it forward off a couple of hands. Pollard keeps it alive, sends it down. One-timer to Smith. Couldn't quite put enough on that one. Bookman finishes his check. Zips have number the other way. They get the line in the zone. Working forward, cross pass through the middle. Another chance saved by Arkea. Another shot. Arkea reads it just fine. Another shot with a pad by Arkea. 30 and White, one of the star players, banking it forward. Ermagati had a chance for Smith. Couldn't quite put the puck forward for him. Pollard's stick goes flying. He's shaken up. It looks like that possible hand here as he's trying to get off the ice, laboring that one. McCrory skyrockets. High stick, but didn't touch the puck, so play continues. Zips through the middle. Moving it forward to Dom Marcino. Retreating, shot through the middle. Baker will take it away and move forward. Up along the wall. Baker leaves it for Smith, gets past the line and shovels it in. Smith now hurries off for a change. Rose will be down to collect, try to go to Newton. Back to the point to Komorowski. Shot, hits off the stick of Rose, right over the net it'll go. Rose can't quite keep it alive. Newton. Forward, that puck will go to Colin Barrett. Komorowski beats him to the chase. Try to go forward to Weekly. Komorowski retrieves and moves along the blue line through the middle to Weekly. Weekly pushing it forward, intercepted pass. Weekly and Komorowski both go down. Chance now for Kyle Grasha, backhand shot. Couldn't quite put a shot on net. Another chance, shot sails wide of Arkea. The Zips now have maintaining the zone here. Rose along the wall, kept alive. Along the circle, playing it back to 32, Colin Barrett. Barrett shoved along by Komorowski. Newton to Weekly. Colonials pushing forward. Weekly letting his line mates get a change, taking it himself. Good to see him back in the lineup is Ty Weekly. Weekly, a huge hit between both guys. Both take a tumble to the ice. Not sure who got the main advantage on that one, Cole.
I don't think anyone got the main advantage there.
Daniels and Luff retreating down low. Taken out by Jack Sheelan, number 4 for the Zips. Moving it forward. Betts through the middle, stuck down by Daniels. The Zips moving forward. 3 Colonials all over him. Somehow gets a shot away, but wide of the net it'll be. Daniels, Betts now in to help. Luff in. Zips are in the mix of a line change. The defenseman couldn't touch until the player got off the rink, so no too many men called there. Constant play it has been as we approach the 6-minute mark. Intercepted pass. Connolly had a chance. Along the wall, Betts couldn't keep it alive. Long, backing up, gives it to Betts, shovels it. Bouncing puck, Betts collects, moves forward, gets hit in the process. Connolly hits it off his hand. Puck still bouncing around, ends up on Betts' stick, and he's going to move forward. Betts tried to go to Connolly. Colonials changing behind the play. Zeiss Miller back to McCrory, dumping it in. Campbell for the Zips throws it up off of the piping above us, and when that happens, we get the whistle.
I want to talk about goaltender for Robert Morris, Arkea. He's playing a good game so far.
Yeah.
He's had a couple really nice saves for them, and strong goaltending is very good for a hockey team.
Yeah.
Takes pressure off some of those defensemen, take pressure off some of those forwards, because you do need goalies to steal you some games.
We definitely do. Borsch shot through the middle, loose puck. Zeiss Miller shot saved by Barnett. Whistle dead. And let's see what we have here.
Another offensive zone face-off
I think,
for this Colonials team. They need to win this draw.
Connolly ties his man up. Puck bouncing up over the head. Zeiss Miller fighting for it. Connolly pushing it forward, try to go to Borsch. Puck bouncing around McCrory. Couldn't quite keep it in. Colonials have to touch up now. Borsch getting back, forechecking hard. Macariola with a good stick off the helmet of Archaea. Bouncing around Connolly. Pushes it forward to himself. Puck taken down along with the Zips player. Into the bench goes Zeiss Miller off an awkward play. Archaea will hold momentarily and leave off for Pollard. Good to see him back on the ice. Pollard skating through the middle. Has a man streaking down in Ermagati. Shovels it down towards the net. Behind the net, Jack Sheelan. Intercepted by Vukman. Moving around, looking. Shot, save. Borsch pressuring. The Zips collecting. Trying to get out of their own zone. Vukman applying the hit. Baker down low to Borsch. Coach Riffner ruling all 4 lines at the moment. Komorowski steps up. Plays it to Ermagati. Whiffs on the shot. Vukman gets down and blocks. Doesn't keep it in the zone, though. Colonials touch up. Now they do, and they send it back into the zone. A stick loose on the ice. I believe that's Ermagati's. Smith. Komorowski stepping up weakly, trying to get there. He does. Walks his man. Chance in front. Couldn't hit the stick of Smith. Smith retreating, firing. Shot right in the chest of the netminder, Burkhart. And we'll get a stoppage with 3:42 to play.
I want to point out a player on this team, Jackson Vukman. He finished all of his checks, which is what I've been saying. You need those players who go out, they play hard, and they finish their checks.
Vukman, also a freshman as well, not the biggest of stature, but still uses his body to make a play. Newton fires it towards the net, off the pad of Burkhart, and all the way down it'll go for Palmer to retrieve. Palmer putting on the brakes, get around the forechecking forward of the Zips, moving it forward off a body. Ruse there to leave it for Weekly, shoveling it forward to Newton, streaking down the right side. Newton to Weekly, tried to back pass to Rose. Rose with a big check there along the circle. Long sending it down, Weekly taken down in front of the net. Newton behind the net, no one home. Thrown forward to Doran O'Con. All the way down to the ice for Sam Palmer. Off the referee, Newton sends it to Long, over to Weekly now. Poking it forward, Zips after touch up. Campbell will just send it down. Palmer holding, waiting for the Colonials to get open for him. Along the wall to Newton, gets it into the zone, they'll get a line change. O'Con moving forward, Long muscling him along the wall. O'Con through the middle, backhand chance. Couldn't quite get on the net. Now a shot by Palmer on his own goalie. Trying to clear that puck out of harm's way. Move forward, and here's a chance for Wade Daniels. He is bet streaking down. It's Daniels. Looking, shot, blocked away. Overall, great play by Jordan Campbell. Now he sends it forward, almost a 2-on-1 for the Zips. Dangling his way through is Kyle Grasha. On his backhand, saved by Archaea, loose. Extra shots, Pollard and Macario are not fans of that one.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to miss that puck there if you're a defenseman, but another big save by Archaea down low there on a breakaway. You have to limit that stuff. You need to make sure you have a defenseman there who can give that goalie a little bit of protection too, so that he's not getting breakaways. You got to limit the mistakes.
A wholesale change for the Colonials, sending out Komorowski and Baker defensively, Zeiss Miller, Borsch, and Connolly, who have looked solid for the 4th line tonight for the Colonials. Zeiss Miller turned that puck over, and a shot attempt by Kyle Grasha. Komorowski forward to Zeiss Miller through the middle, tried to go for the stick of Borsch trailing through. Baker trying to help him out. Shot opportunity, sails wide of Archaea. Through the middle now. Puck still bouncing around. Zeiss Miller, back pass to Connolly. And here come the 2 young speedsters in Connolly and Borsch, but shoveled down, and a penalty drawn by Connolly. Guilty party is Kyle Grasha, and the Colonials will head to the power play.
It's their first power play opportunity of the game for the Colonials. They got to set it up, make some nice passes, and get shots on net. Now's the time where you really need to pepper this goalie with shots.
And they're going to send Ermagati, Vukman, and Komorowski along with Smith and Long. Smith holding, looking for somewhere to go, poked nicely off of the puck. Smith retreats, and now a chance the other way. Moving his way down, shot, saved by Arkea. Doran O'Con picked off that pass beautifully and took it himself. O'Con offsides, whistled dead, all the way down it will go.
Again, you're on a power play. You can't be letting up breakaways. Arkea has bailed them out a couple of times, and he has been really strong for the Colonials so far this game.
The Colonials are going to elect to take it from the right side. So in that case, it'll be Vukman's draw since he's a left-handed centerman. Vukman gives the okay, wins that right to the stick of Komorowski to the point to Long. Fires one down to Komorowski. Smith breaking free. Couldn't get down there, though, and sent down the length of the ice due to Zips. A minute 27 to go on the penalty. 1 minute now to go in the game clock.
1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute.
Long, moving it forward. He's going to take it himself. Makes a move around a man as one of the guys for the Zips goes flying along the wall. Kept alive by Smith. Long to Vukman. Stretch pass off of a Zips player trying to hit Komorowski. Komorowski crosses with Long. Sends it down to Smith. Fires off the stick of Ermagati. Good chance. And Long couldn't keep it in. Touching up now are the Colonials. Vukman moving it forward. 27 to go on the game clock. Smith shot patted away. Taken down to the ice was Newton trying to gain possession. Out of play, it'll go, or into the glove, my mistake, of Barnett. And we'll get a whistle with 20 seconds to play.
It's very important that they keep the shots low as well. Get a man in front of the net that can screen the goalie and get those keep those shots low. Screen the goalie, especially on the power play.
It'll be Rose in the draw. Wins it to Newton. To the point to Pollard. First unit out there. Pollard shot into the netting off sticks. 13.6 now on the game clock. 35 on the power play.
You have 13.6 seconds left in the period. What the Colonials really need to do is maybe 1-2 passes and then get a quick shot on net.
Pollard, low to Newton. 10 seconds now. Newton around the circle, shot into the shoulder. Puck still loose. Rose going to take it around. Gives it over to Baker. Shot still loose. Battling for it. Newton can't get there. 2 seconds and 1. My goodness, what an ending to that period. But somehow Carson Burkhart standing on his head. And the Colonials can't capitalize. But they do have 21 seconds left when the period resumes.
They have 21 seconds left on this power. That's exactly what you got to do there at the end of that period. Everyone collapsed around to the front of the net, and for them to go, you got to just keep getting those shots and keep peppering that goalie.
So we'll have 21 seconds on the power play when we resume. But Cole, let's get your thoughts overall on the overall period of play from RMU.
I mean, I think this is the obvious, but a lot better than yesterday's first period. Goaltending was strong this period. They just got to keep playing their game. Get off to another good start the second period. You got 21 seconds left on the power play. Got to try, get an offensive zone face-off, get a shot, and try and score a power play goal.
Exactly. I mean, that's definitely what Coach Riffner is expecting of his hockey club in this first half of the second period when we resume. So in about 11 minutes, we will come back to you live from the Clearview Ice Arena. Akron 0, RMU 0. Akron 0, RMU 0, the score at the moment. We'll be back in about 10.5 minutes for period number 2. Stay tuned. Back for period number 2 between the Akron Zips and the Robert Morris University Colonials. 0-0, the score between both sides thus far, but the Colonials are going to enter the second period with a 21-second power play, which is absolutely huge for Coach Riffner and the boys here coming in.
That is huge for them. They need to try and get a power play goal here. Get the puck in the offensive zone, go to work, set something up, and try and get a quick shot in front of the net. You got to get those dirty goals because that's how a lot of goals are scored in hockey.
One person I want to keep an eye on is when they do set up on the top of the circle, if it is the right side, it's Justin Pollard. He is a forward and defenseman. He's a little bit of mixture of both, but he has one heck of a shot. If they can win it back to him and get a screen in front, Pollard's shot is lethal. I mean, he's a guy for sure that I want to keep an eye on if they do get something set up at the top of the circle on the power play.
Oh, yeah, I totally agree. But keep the shot low.
Yes.
Keep it low and screen the goalie. Don't be shooting on the pad. On the pad and get a rebound and pound it in.
If they do start the way we expect them to, it should be Luke Rose, Tyler Weekly, Justin Newton, along with the defense pair of or possibly Parker Smith, possibly Komorowski. Could be a little mixture of both, but we expect that forward unit to stay intact, and then Pollard captaining the power play on the right circle. So the boys entering now to the arena here. They get the ice first before the Akron Zips. And for the Zips so far, goaltending has been incredible on the shots from Carson Burkhart. Carson Burkhart, I mean, he hasn't seen a lot, but the ones he has seen, he's been up for the task.
Yeah, I totally agree. He has been up for the task, and let's see what he can do here this second period.
As 20 minutes have been set on the clock here at Clearview Ice Arena. Archaea takes a net to the left of us. Burkhart will be to the right. Referees taking the ice and getting set as well. From the looks of it, it looks like we will have the unit that started the game, which will be the second power play unit of Betts, Palmer, Bookman, Macariola, and Luff. So Coach Riffner going back to the way things started for this one. At 71, Kyle Gracia makes his way into the penalty box. A little trouble with the door there. Wade Daniels out there as well. It'll be Luff's draw. Penalty is set on the clock. 20 minutes on there as well. 2 minutes, or two. Second period is down and ready to go. Palmer up the boards to Daniels. Moving down quick with it, Daniels. Puck makes its way out, ends up on the stick of Betts, who comes around hard, gets taken down, goes back to the point to Macariola. Macariola behind the net, pushing it along, trying to throw it to the middle. Couldn't quite get it through, even strength for the Colonials. Daniels through the middle, tried to get Macariola trailing in. Luff tried to keep it alive, 2-on-1 now the other way. Leading the rush. Shot, glove save by Archaea on Colin Barrett. RMU trying to get out of their own zone here. Good stick from Luff, gives it to Daniels. Akron keeps it alive momentarily. Macariola pushes it along the benches and forward. Akron gets the zone now. Moving forward, shot and scores. Daniels gets hit in the process, but Chucky Wilson with his 6th goal of the season. 1-0 Akron.
Yeah, I mean it was a nice shot by number 5 on Akron. You know, you got to limit the mistakes. You got to limit those defensive zone breakdowns. But again, the Colonials have a great opportunity here. You got to respond back.
Mentioned Chucky Wilson was a man we mentioned in the intro, and now his 6th goal of the season. Hey, he's the player to look out for a reason there, Cole.
Yeah, I agree.
False draw as we'll reset once more. Ermagati, Bookman, and Smith, the offensive pairing. Komorowski and Baker defensively. Clock is set. False draw once more. Bookman wins it back. Smith tried to corral, taken away by the Zips as they'll move backwards on this one. Through the skates, Bookman fighting for it. Puck still bouncing around. Through the front to Smith, fans on the shot. Bookman throws it around. Campbell gets the assist, his 3rd point of the season. Back to the point, Baker retreating. Takes it through the middle, loses an edge. Now a chance for the Zips the other way. Move forward, poked away by Ermagati. Throwing it past the defense, the Zips contain and try to break out of their own zone. Through the middle. Colonials were changing, possible 3-on-2. Drop pass shot, saved by Arkea with the shoulder. Smith fighting for the puck along the wall. Komorowski in to help. Smith collects, looks, fires it through the middle with an errant pass. Handed down by Zeiss Miller. Zips defense takes it and moves forward. Intercepted by pass by Smith. Walking in, shot hits off the post.
Beautiful shot there by Smith to come down straight down the middle and just fire it on net. It was a really nice shot.
Zeiss Miller gets thrown hard along the wall. Connolly not a fan of the hit. The Zips now moving forward with the puck. Zeiss Miller fighting for it. Still fighting for it. Jack Shilen in the battle with him. Connolly throws along the wall to Borsch. Moving it forward, momentarily taken down by the Ice Monster as a huge hit thrown by Brian Baker. All the way down for a Zips icing.
This is what I was talking about last period. I love that hit by Brian Baker. He gets up in his face and he finishes his check. That's what you have to do. That's exactly how you play hockey. For him, he's showing great example to those other players on this team.
Connolly steps in on the draw. Tries to win it over to Zeiss Miller. Stick is tied up. The Zips move forward, throwing it into the zone so they can get the line change. Long and Palmer, back defensively. Long throws up the wall to Borsch, pokes it forward, intercepted pass, shot, diving, blocked by Sam Palmer. Connolly checking his man down. Backdoor pass, stuck away by Arkea. Connolly sends it off of an Akron player on the bench, and we'll get a whistle on that one. It's a good clearing attempt, but Akron Zip player was just kind of in the way.
Also, too, I wanted to point out a play down there. You had that other player too in front of the net. You have to tie the guys up in front of the net all the time. You do not want to let up a backdoor goal because you didn't tie a player up.
It's like that median between you don't want to screen your own goalie, but you want to take away the person in front of the net.
Right.
Weekly pokes it forward down there with his unit of Rose and Newton. Moving forward to the Zips. Through open ice, tried to go for the errant pass of Party. Beats the icing out. Pollard puts on the brakes, makes him fall. He's a little slow to get up his 23 in blue. Paharty. Macariola up to Newton. Macariola with a good reverse. Rose now bodying his men along. Rose over to Pollard. Pollard moving forward on the ice, gets into the zone. Poke off the puck. Rose trying to fight for it back. Bodying his men along the wall, moving it forward momentarily, gets taken down in the process. Now the Zips coming down the other way. Shot blocked away by Macariola, off the glass behind, still in play. Newton through the middle, pokes it forward to Weekly, trying to get forward a step. He does, shakes off his men along the wall. The offense changing. Daniels, Luff, and now Betts step onto the ice. Off the skates, Luff fighting for it. Betts in to help. Luff poking it free momentarily. Betts taken down looking for a call. Referee says never mind. Pollard. Cross pass, tried to go for the trailing Betts. Daniels is going to beat out the icing. Oh boy, right in front of the net. Burkhart stuck away the damage. Daniels taken down along the wall. Puck bouncing around. Betts in his feet, moves it across. No one home. Zips pick it off, but Betts blocks the pass trying to get out of the zone. Puck sails off the boards all the way down. Komorowski will touch up, and that'll be a Zips icing.
I want to point something out on the Colonials forecheck. You had him go around the net and kind of chase him a little bit. You never want to chase a man behind the net on a forecheck. You want to get your stick out, force him to one side, and cut him off. That's how you got a forecheck. You never want to chase someone behind the net.
The Smith unit takes the ice. Smith winning it forward. Ermagati shot. Couldn't quite get enough on it. Ermagati another chance. Blocked away by Burkhart. Colonials retreating. Baker sends it along the wall to Ermagati. working his way into the zone. He went just before the puck, offsides. So we'll have the draw outside the zone here, Cole. And that was a good chance for Ermagati, but just a tad offsides.
Yeah, it was just a tad offsides. But again, you know what? This Colonials team, they got to get out in the offensive zone. Get that good pressure on them and go to work in the offensive zone and get more good scoring chances. They've been
Vukman.
lacking that so far this period.
A good win from Vukman back to the man Baker, the captain. Komorowski now, top of the point. Tried to go for the stick of Ermagati. Poked free, and the Zips take it the other way. Around Komorowski, trying to dance through. He gets taken down by his own doing. Barrett around the net. Shot, blocked. Ermagati in the lane. Barrett still has possession of it. Fires another one off the post. Smith through the middle. Handed down, kept alive by Sheelan. Throws it over. Fired. Bouncing puck saved by Arkea. Smith collects. Throws it along the wall, kept alive. Smith still fighting for it. Tried to baseball bat that one out of the air. Now the Zips down low in their own into the Colonial zone. Barrett throws it down. Picked off by Vukman. Sends it off, trying to go off the wall, but the referee in the way. Arkea with the save. Puck still bouncing around. Somehow Baker puts that one out momentarily. Ermagati's going to go get a quick change as these Colonials are dead tired on the ice. Dancing through. Baker stops that one.
Colonials really need a stoppage of play here. You don't want to make any timely mistakes when you're tired.
Vukman throws it forward. Here comes a chance for Parker Smith, trailing through the middle. Dancing through, tried to go through the skates. Nothing there. Netminder Burkhart wanted a call. Smith putting on a little bit of a fancy show. That's now that shot by number 5, Wilson, sails wide of the net. Long. Taking it up, pushing it forward. Borsch was trailing through the middle. Puck bounces through, but not to Borsch's stick. Off the wall, down to Palmer. Read that play for the Colonials, pushes it forward. Throws it on net, bouncing puck. Stuck away by Burkhart. The Zips trying to get out of their own zone. Connolly blocks that one, pushing it forward. Tied up with his man, tumbles. Borsch collects, looks, throws it to the middle. Back to the point. Long, through traffic, no sticks there to help deflect that one through. Connolly gets shoveled along the wall. Borsch fighting down low for it, number 2 in white. In to help is Connolly. Puck kept alive by Noah Long momentarily. Puck reaches its way out. Palmer to Long. Skates it forward to Connolly. Shoved along the wall. Stayed on his feet. And now the Zips come the other way. Stuck away by Newton. Connolly helping out as well. Palmer and Long playing catch. Through the middle. Connolly settling. Couldn't corral. Zips take it and move the other way. Sent free by 25, Matt Bizdak. Palmer crossing with Long behind the net. Long looking. Sends it back to Palmer. Up the boards to Newton. Throws it to Connolly in the middle. Connolly back to Newton. Newton skating forward along the right side. Newton shot right into the chest and saved by Burkhart.
I wanted to point something out on that one. It was Parker Smith against the Akron defenseman, one-on-one. He tried to kind of dangle through him. What I think he should have done was try and use that defender as a screen
Yes.
and get a quick shot on the goalie.
Rose wins it back. Newton to Pollard. Now to Macariola through the middle. Pollard collects. Sends it down low. Tried to go for Newton. Pollard now retreating in his own zone to Macariola, his defense partner. Macariola gets shaken off. Akron moving in. Shot and a glove save by Arkea. Arkea with a perfect read on that one. As now Rose will take the draw for the Colonials. The youngster, 22 in white. Rose wins it to Macariola. Throws it forward. Akron offsides. Arkea will leave it off for Pollard behind his net. Pollard skating up with it. Throws it to Newton. Newton back to Macariola. Sends it along the wall. Couldn't get through the defensive screen. Rose through the middle. Akron collects. Rose with a beautiful body check right in the middle. Luke Rose. McCariola tried to get it out. Newton can't quite do so. Rose fires it off the wall. Weekly chasing it down. Newton down there as well. Newton pokes it free momentarily. Retreats in his own defensive zone. Throws it back to Pollard. Pollard. Backhand pass to Newton. And just fans on that one. There's a good chance just to clear it. Newton's going to hurry up and get a change. And Weekly applying pressure. One zip breaks free. It's Kyle Garvin. Shot. Scores. Right over the shoulder of Archaea. Kyle Garvin puts one home for his second of the season. Akron leads 2-0.
Did Archaea get a piece of that? Because it looked
He
like
did.
he did get a piece of that. You know, that's a tough goal. You're down 2 goals, but this game is not over yet. A 2-goal lead in hockey is not safe.
No, never is. And the celebration, I know the Colonials are not very happy with. He did the one knee shake and slicked his hair back. And I saw a couple of Colonials not happy with that. So 97 is going to be a number on their radar tonight, I think.
Clean hits. Now is not the
Yes.
time for the Colonials to take any stupid penalties.
Daniels hits his man along the wall. Komorowski sending it forward to Luff. 10 minutes to go here in period number 2. Kyle Garvin, the goal scorer. Moving forward through the stick of Daniels. Leading the rush. 24 in blue, shot saved. Betts throws it along the wall, handed down. Luff fighting for it. Daniels now to help. Throws his man hard along the wall. Now Baker has a chance. He has a possible breakaway. Brian Baker along the circle. Moves it to the backhand. Taken down. No call as Betts was dragged to the ice. Luff around the circle. Fires. No one home off the deflection. Komorowski sends it low. Baker down to retrieve that puck. Baker gets hit along the wall. Both defense playing really, really up there. So the defense trying to get something going for the Colonials. Baker can't keep it in. Smith was behind him, though. No icing because it went past his stick. Smith carrying it forward. Takes it all the way up himself along the circle. Throws it through the middle. Almost all the way to the netminder Burkhardt. Defense picks it up and moves forward. Cross ice pass. Moving forward, 32, Colin Barrett, taken down by Smith. Along with Vukman, who's, that doesn't look good. That's not Vukman, I'm sorry. I couldn't get a good look at who that was. But it's Palmer. As now Palmer's going to need a little bit of medical attention here as he got taken down to the ice. We hope all the best for him as the trainer is going to come out and take a look. Did you see what happened there, Cole? It looked like maybe his skates got tied up.
Yeah, skates went. I did not get the greatest look of it since it was down in the corner. But looks like he's gonna be all right. Hopefully, he can come back into this game and it's nothing too serious.
So it's good that he's able to go off under his own power to the bench, talking with the trainer.
Health and safety of our players is the most important priority.
Yeah. It's a gingerly skate back to the bench for Palmer, so we'll get updates provided throughout the intermission and throughout this game as well. We should have a final say in the third period from when we go talk to the coaches. So Smith on the draw, wins it forward. Through the middle, blocked away by Baker. Zips keep it alive through the middle. Baker tries to stop that one. Extra poke. Komorowski not too fond of that. Vukman can't finish his check along the wall. Try to line up his man. Sending it down low to the Zips. Through the middle, Kyle Grasha to the point of Barrett. Shot and a diving block by Ermagati. Baker gets pinned along the wall. And we have the net is off. So whistled dead by the referees. 8:04 to play.
8:04 left. You're halfway through the second period. Colonials really need to get something going here on offense. That is crucial to to this team's success.
Smith tried to play it forward. Komorowski pins his man along the wall, gives it to Smith. Backhand pass to Vukman. Smith taken down. Now to Ermagadi in stride. Off of his stick. He will get a line change. Behind the wall. Picked up by the Zips, moving forward now. Gets around Komorowski. Plays it forward. It's Wilson dangling through. Baker stands up on him. Vukman throws it over to Zeiss Miller. Taking it up. Forward to Komorowski. Stepping up in the play. Hits his man hard along the wall. To Zeiss Miller now. Can't quite keep it alive. Baker steps up. Getting around him is the Zips. Connolly finishes his check. Archaea out to play it and leave it for Borsch. Leaves it now for Baker behind the net. Baker circling. Looking for somewhere to go. And the referee, of course, standing right. That's the third time that's happened in the defensive zone.
Referee needs to get out of the way. Let the guys play.
Zeiss Miller fighting for it. Macariola skating up with it. He's going to take it himself. It looks like Macariola, top of the point shot, off a couple sticks into the netting, out of play. The good thing of that one, though, is we're going to have an offensive zone draw.
We will have an offensive zone draw, which is good. Again, you got to get shots on this goalie. Coming into this, he had an .876 save percentage. You got to keep getting shots on him. You got to keep it low and get in front of the goalie.
The good news is Palmer just put his helmet back on and is now back on the bench, fully equipped. So we look forward to see if he takes the ice here in the second period. Connolly fighting for that puck. Two Zips dragged all over him. Connolly and Borsch both trying to take the man down. Now the 6, Adam Thomas. Zips trying to go forward with the puck, blocked away by Long. Another shot off of Macariola's stick, and Archaea prevents the damage and stops play.
With the defensive zone draw here, gonna probably try and win it into a corner, have that defenseman, and then you gotta break the puck. You do not want to get stuck in your defensive zone for long periods of time. It's gonna cause player fatigue on the ice, and that's where goals can happen.
Rose wins it back to Pollard. Weekly pokes it free. Out of the zone it goes. Akron collects. Rose skating down with speed. Hits his man along the wall. Puck bouncing, taken away by the stick of Baker. Pollard moves forward with it. Pollard skating up with it. Gets it into the zone. Pollard continuing his chase. Throwing it around the net, Pollard. Backing up towards the blue line, one hand on his stick. Throws it down to Rose off of his skate. He will get it and throw it back to Baker. Baker shot through traffic. Tried to go for the stick of Weekly. Tied up he was, though. Pollard. Down low to Rose. Rose. Heavy pressured against him. Weekly had a chance at that puck. Zips now get it out of the zone. Baker's back to retrieve. And now a man for Akron almost beat that one out. Pollard collects, though. Man was behind him, he didn't see. Rose was there to help with the damage momentarily. Puck gets out of the zone now. Zips have to touch up for an offsides. 5 minutes to go in period 2. Baker throws it along the wall, tried to go to Weekly. Referee also in the way once again. Baker now to Weekly, through the middle, through the stick. Called icing, but Newton's going to beat it out. Newton waiting for his men to come down, and what do we have now? A slash.
Okay, I didn't see the slash, but
Which way is this going against? It's on Baker. Wow. Brian Baker's furious.
He does not look happy.
As a captain, he had some choice words most likely on the ice.
But he is allowed to talk to the referee since
Yes.
he is a captain.
So 2-minute minor for slashing when it was pretty much a 2-on-1. If they're really going to be this ticky-tacky throughout this game, I mean, my goodness. So now Luff will come on with Betts, Palmer. Palmer is back on the ice, which is good to see. And Long. Betts steps in. Zips win the draw, though. Back to the point. Corralled by 13 Yost. shot through traffic. Archaea with an easy stop and covers that one up. 1:51 left to go on the power play. 4:40 on the game clock. So Betts steps in here to the draw. Can't quite win it back to the point. Yas. Pressured hard by Palmer. Sending it down low. Luff picks it up and will send it the length of the ice. Betts is going to get on his horse and try to beat this puck out. Barnett plays it out of the net. Luff was forward, so was Betts. Now the Zips come the other way. Betts has not stopped moving his feet this whole game. One of the star players for the Colonials, 17 in white.
That's what you got to do for Betts. You got to keep moving your feet, and that goes for every player. In the game of hockey, it's all about keep moving all the time. 45-second shifts, get off the ice.
As Luff sends it the whole way down, Betts will stay out, though. Minute gone through this penalty as Betts was putting on the chase, but oh boy, here we got numbers coming the other way for the Zips. Kyle Grasha putting on the brakes. The Colonials almost with a complete line change. Smith pokes it up through the netting above us. Kept alive now to Betts, who will circle and throw it off of Smith, who was, they're going to say he was, I don't agree with that one either. He was back, I believe, but now Betts is going to get off the ice for a moment as Vookman will take his place. He was right on the blue line there, so that was another ticky-tacky, I believe.
Right. Close, but
yeah, really close.
Let's see what they can do here with 47 seconds left in their penalty kill.
Moving forward with it is Porti. Adam Porti around the net, looking for somewhere to go. Vookman chasing him along the way. Shot through traffic off the post, capped out somehow by Archaea.
It looked like that went into me, but
I agree with that one. As that one does go in. A shot from the point by Jordan Campbell, his first of the season. 3-0 Akron.
Colonials have not looked as good as they did in the first period. They really have not gotten any great opportunities on offense. They need someone on their team to go and spark some offense for them, because that's been a struggle for them so far this game.
Baker will stay out there after the penalty. It'll be that fourth unit of Borsch, Connolly, and Zeiss Miller with 3:16 to go in period number 2. Connolly couldn't win it forward. Off the boards it goes to Komorowski. Plays it over to Baker. Out to Connolly. Moving forward, shot goes past Archaea. Jake Lubick with an assist, the primary on that goal. Through the middle, Borsch trying to push it forward, couldn't quite get there. Zips sending it into the zone. Komorowski retreating. Crisscrosses with Baker. Can't get it out as Borsch. Now he does. 2-on-1. Connolly, Zeiss, Miller, Baker joining the rush as well. Connolly looking. Shot. Saved by the netminder Barnett. Or Burkhart. Connolly can keep it in. Borsch bodies his man. Baker back to retrieve. Skating smoothly with the puck. Plays it along the wall. Crisscrossing with Palmer. Man gets taken down as he runs into Baker. Tried to go for Newton through the middle. Weekly almost there to beat the icing. Really close was Weekly to beat that one out.
It was really good hustle by Weekly. That's what you want to see. You want to see guys going out there hustling to beat out the ice. He had a good chance, just unfortunately couldn't come up with it.
So to the right of Archaea, 2:08 on the game clock. Rose's line is out there though, fresh. Rose wins it back to Palmer. Plays it up the boards to Newton. Through the middle, has Weekly in stride, hits off his stick, prevents the icing. Defense can finally change. Weekly applying pressure on that puck. Moving it down low to Rose. He gets body along the way. Weekly still fighting for that puck. On his backhand to Rose. Puck scoots free. Newton bodies his man along the wall. Kept alive by Long through traffic. Loose. Another chance by Rose. Couldn't quite get there. Weekly. Long down to help. Puck bouncing through Long. Out of the zone. Palmer will retrieve. Palmer has Newton. Colonials are on sides. Newton will send it back in. Back to the point. Palmer stepping up. Along the sharp side circle, fires one. Couldn't put it quite onto the net. That one went off sticks into the netting and out of play. 1:10 to go in period number 2.
See what they can do here. It's going to be an offensive zone face-off. This is a big face-off for the Colonials. They got to get back in this game. Even though the 3-goal lead is not safe, but they got to get a goal here by the end of this period.
Especially if you get one, that momentum coming into the locker room would be huge for Coach Riffner and Coach Luff's team here.
Absolutely.
One draw back to the point to McCrory, shot through traffic and saved by Burkhart.
Again, just keep peppering him with shots. That's the key. And keep the shots low, as I have been saying this whole period, and screen the goalie.
Betts wins it forward to Daniels. Tried to shoot that one off the draw. Zips collect, Daniels gets taken down. Macariola over to Betts. Gets his stick lifted, attempting a shot. Kept alive by Pollard. He's going to step up. Fires, kept it low. Luff with the rebound shot, sails wide of the netminder. Macariola now. Throws it down low to Betts. Betts around the top of the circle. Throws it over to Pollard. Pollard winds up and fires and scores. Justin Pollard right on the right dot. Fires one home for his first of the season. And the Colonials have life in this one.
That was great puck movement from Macariola to go to get that assist, to make that pass over, and the shot by Pollard. He's got a really nice wrist shot.
He does.
And for him to go and put it right where you want it, down low, that's what I've been talking about.
That's what we talked about in the opener. I said, you get to Pollard on the top of the right circle, what's he going to do? And a perfectly placed shot right over the shoulder, the blocker side. And the Colonials take advantage and make it a 2-goal game.
I saw some Austin Matthews in that wrist shot.
He definitely has it. So Pollard gets his first goal of the season. John Betts gets an assist, the primary. Macariola, we thought, had assist on that. We're going to give it to him. I think he had a really good play. It's a diving play by Komorowski. Moving the puck forward. Oh, no. Komorowski's shaking up. Or, I'm sorry, Baker shaking up down there. 5 seconds now as the Zips are just going to try to get out of this period. Betts applying the pressure. They're going to hold along the wall. And that'll do it for period number 2. But for the Colonials, you couldn't have drawn that last minute up any better.
No, you absolutely couldn't. That is what I've been talking about, is about keeping your shots low. This goalie is big,
yes.
So you have to keep the shots low. You're not going to score those those bar down goals. You got to also, too, you got to rely on those dirty goals. Those are where a lot of goals are scored in hockey.
So Pollard, breaking the deadlock for the Colonial side, makes it a 3-1 score. So Pollard goal from Betts and Macariola, as listed. Weekly's going to have a word with the referee beside us, but that's, like we said, that's how we want to finish that period. And now for Coach Riffner and Coach Luff, what's the message you think they're going to send to their team after they got that late goal in period number 2?
They gotta give them about a full-on attack. You gotta be aggressive, especially on the forecheck. You gotta force turnovers. You gotta force them to make mistakes. If you can force them to turn the puck over, and that's going to cause them to make mistakes. Even getting a lot of that pressure is going to scare the defensemen. They're going to make mistakes. Now is about a full offensive attack.
We'll see what Coach Riffner and Coach Luff draw up in the second intermission. We are going to step aside for a quick intermission as well. We'll be back in around 10 minutes. Akron 3, RMU 1. We'll be right back. We are back for period number 3 between the Akron Zips and the Robert Morris University Colonials in D3 men's hockey action. Cole Brennan alongside me. I'm Cadeyn McCrory. And a late goal by Justin Pollard just made this game a whole lot more interesting.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. We'll see what the Colonials will come out with in this third period. It's got to be a full offensive attack.
Yeah.
Pressure. Forechecking. The forecheck has to really come up big for them. They got to force turnovers. And doing that, as I've been saying this whole game, keep the shots low, screen the goalie. Now's the time where the Colonials can come up big. They got the momentum. Let's see what they can do this period.
As the clock works its way down to zeros, Akron and RMU both ready to hit the ice, led by both goaltenders Nick Arkea, and for the Zips, who has had a phenomenal game, I might add, despite the stats that we looked at earlier here, Cole, Carson Burkhart. I mean, we saw a 3-3 record of 4.76 goals against and 8.76 save percentage, which is about league average. But the Colonials, I think, might have found his weak side, shooting short side over the shoulder, because the way Pollard had it, the goalie was squared. But there is so much room to work with above the shoulder, and Pollard made no mistake with that shot.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's where they got to shoot the puck. That's where they got to aim to where they are. You got to find those corners, those the soft spots for the goalie where they aren't very strong at. I think the Colonials might have found that, and I'm expecting them to continue that in this third period.
Between that and maybe getting the goaltender down, as you mentioned earlier, Cole, in the broadcast, he is a bigger framed netminder. So that means he might be good on his glove side. That might be his strong side. But if you get that goalie down and moving, he's going to have some open space to work with.
Right. You can't shoot high on tall goalies.
Right.
It's just not going to work. You got to get him to move. And you got to find those weaknesses for that goalie, and you got to shoot the puck. Hey, Wayne Gretzky once said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Shoot the puck.
I must add, though, Wayne Gretzky never did lift the puck. I stand by that. Wayne Gretzky did not lift the puck. So everything he shot was on the ice. Which made him successful.
And still, you know what? Like, obviously, the game of hockey has changed since then, since when he played. But still, you know what? Get this goalie moving. He's a big goalie. And you know what? Those big goalies, they normally aren't as agile as some of those smaller goalies. So you know what? You can find those weaknesses for the goalies.
So the referees back, and they are getting the nets set for period 3. Both teams taking the ice. Look at Arkea. We see him out 7-8 minutes. Like, he gets off the ice after the period with a quick talk with the coaches, and then he's right back down ready to go. I've never seen a player like him that is so mentally focused and physically focused. And that's what makes him one of the strongest and best goalies I have seen on Colonial ice surfaces.
Oh, yeah, for sure. He's a good goalie. He's a good goalie. You had to, every goalie has given up their soft goals. It's just hockey, and that's what happens. Even the best goalies in the pros will give up soft goals.
Right.
But he is focused. He's ready to come out on that ice for the third period. And having that laser focus is so important for a goalie, because it truly is one of the most important positions in hockey. If you don't have a good goalie, it makes it really, really hard to win.
It'll be Cosmo, it'll be Baker, it'll be Smith, Bookman, and Ermagati. Komorowski and Baker, the solid defensive duo. Cosmo and B. Bakes, the nicknames. As now the referees are set, 20 minutes on the clock. Period 3, here we go. Face-off won by the Zips. Smith trying to fight for that puck. Komorowski sends it forward to Smith. Smith walking in through the middle. Fire, shot sails over the net. Loose puck. Smith tried to go for the rebound. Couldn't get there. Magadi chasing it. Smith keeps it alive. Back to Komorowski. Tried to pin it to himself. 3 Zips coming down the other way. 2-on-1 through the middle. Shot and sails wide. Another chance. Baker gets down and blocks that one away. Throwing it towards the net off the helmet of Arkea. Magadi pushing it forward. Left the puck behind, but Bookman was there to pick up the change. Jordan Campbell behind the net, pressured hard by Bookman. Bookman letting his line mates get the change. Takes his man down the process, loses his stick as Campbell throws it off to the side. Connolly hits his man along the wall. Connolly gets his pocket picked. Shot opportunity and a block. Getting down was Parker Smith.
I want to point out a play here on the blue line. Colonial defenseman turns the puck over. They go on 2-on-1. You cannot turn the puck over at the blue line because that is exactly what happens. That can be so costly to a team. And for this third period, you also got to play good defense, and you can't let up odd man rushes.
Face-off lost. Pollard fighting for it. Connolly in as well. That puck works its way free. No icing. Out to play it is Burkhart sending it forward. McCrory lets that puck roll past him. Pollard picks it up behind his own net. Gets his stick lifted. Pollard still fighting for it. Puck works its way over. Pollard pushing it along the wall. Referee got out of the way of that one. Pollard skating up. He has one already. You know his motivation's rolling. Huge hit along the wall. He throws. Along the Colonial bench, picked up by McCrory. Pokes it forward. McCrory still dancing with it. As Borsch gets leveled behind the net, and he's getting pinned to the ground, and they're going to call that one. That one extra whack is the guilty call.
And also, too, for Akron, you have a 2-goal lead, and it's the third period. You can't take stupid penalties. I don't care what team you are. If you're taking stupid penalties during the game, those can be so detrimental to a team. And Akron can't afford to do that, and same thing with the Colonials. But the Colonials have they got a power play here. Move the puck around. You know exactly who to hit, and let him take his shot.
It's Rose on the draw, wins it to Leakley along the left boards. Leakley throws it back to the point to Baker. Baker walking with it. Jake Lubick, the guilty party for roughing. Rose down low to the middle, tried to hit Rose in stride. Off the pass from Newton all the way down. It will go. Archaea behind the net will hold it. Leave it off for the defense. Brian Baker, the captaining of the power play. Leaves it off for Luke Rose. He's going to take it up himself along the right boards. Gets taken down. Looks like they just thought he lost his edge. Pollard puts it back into play. Baker's going to skate this one down. Akron will fire it all the way up and down. It'll go. Now picked up a chance, moving in front, stuck away by Pollard. Good chance for Chucky Wilson. Puck bouncing around to the point. Akron plays it all the way back. Akron just killing off most of the clock here, as a minute has already expired throughout this power play. Archaea stops the puck, leaves it for Pollard. Looking to break out of his own zone. Pollard has his man on the wall. It's Newton. Shoveling it up the boards. Pinning along the wall. Rose in to help. Newton battling for it. Akron comes out, and they'll get the blue line and circle with it. Working all the way back is Jordan Campbell, who will then skyrocket the puck down the ice. 30 seconds to go on the penalty. McCrory working up with it. Has Luff, chips it in. Daniels through the middle, collects, looking, couldn't get the shot off. 17 seconds now on the penalty. Luff fighting for it, pins him along the wall. Puck rolls all the way down, and that should do it for the Colonial power play. Palmer picks it up behind the net, circles. We are now back to even strength. McCrory loses the puck on his feet, regains, looks, finds his man through the middle as Daniels hits off a couple of sticks and into the bench, almost off of Komorowski, and we'll get the whistle.
I also, too, I got to say this. You had to play along the boards there on the power play in your offensive zone. You have to come out with that puck.
Yep.
You had two guys on that defenseman. You have to win the loose puck battles along the corners. And when you don't do that, that can hurt a team. The Colonials struggled on that power play, and that was a big opportunity, and unfortunately they couldn't cash in.
Archaea sticks it away to Baker. Turning. Has Komorowski, lets it roll all the way to Daniels. Akron collects, keeps it alive. Shot attempt. Sails wide. Baker collects and moves forward. Leaves it for Luff. Luff and Baker crossing. Luff pokes it free for a moment. Daniels stands up at the line. Baker down to get it. Shovels it along behind the net. Daniels gets pinned. Takes the puck off. In to help is Komorowski. Sends it off the boards and moves it forward. Now Betts is going to chase this one down. Behind the net, the Zips. Turning. Betts is going to take advantage, moves it for Ermagati. Sliding shot chance. Couldn't connect on the puck. Ermagati gets thrown to the boards. Loose puck. Where is it? And it ends up being stopped and whistled dead on Burkhart.
We'll see what the Colonials do here. Oh, they're going to go and with Jackson Bookman on the ice. We'll see, too. I thought they might have brought out Pollard. I thought that could have been a very good opportunity because he has a great wrist shot.
So on the point long, pushing it down. Smith trying to help out. Out of the zone it will go. Bookman couldn't poke it free. Walking in shot, saved by Arkea. Palmer got a piece of that one on the shot attempt. Shoveling it down low to Zips. Draped all over him is Smith. Muscled along the wall. Palmer in to help. Thrown all the way back down by the Zips. No icing. RMU will take advantage and get a couple of fresh troops on the ice, including Justin Pollard. Akron working out of their own zone. Pushing it forward. Pollard helps deflect that one into the Zips bench for a whistle.
You got to get what the Colonials really need to do is they need to get an offensive zone face-off with Pollard on the ice because his shot from the point is lethal. And if he keeps it low, you get a guy, it's a great scoring opportunity.
It'll be the Conley unit with Borsch and Zeiss Miller. Back to the point of Pollard, moving it forward. Pollard gets the line, walks in, fires to try to go to Borsch, couldn't connect on the pass. Borsch throws it towards the middle, Zeiss Miller trailing in, couldn't hit his stick. Connolly finishes his check, Pollard has to get back, he does, beats his man out, and moves forward with the puck. Pollard shakes around another man, moves it forward to Zeiss Miller, pokes it forward, rolls all the way down for the Zips defense to collect and move forward with the puck. McCrory keeps it alive. Borsch behind the net will pick it up. Sending it around the net. McCrory steps up, keeps it alive, makes the hit and the play. Zips defense moving forward. Connolly couldn't keep it alive. Pollard has it, chips it to himself along the wall. Gets hit. Connolly throws a hit. Bodies flying everywhere. Zeiss Miller pokes it free. Connolly's going to go get it. Connolly behind the net, holding. Looking, firing a shot back in loose. Zeiss Miller with a jab. Connolly in the net. 3-4 guys on top of him. Zeiss Miller in to help as the extracurricular ensues.
Yeah, you do not want extracurricular activities. You don't need any Colonial players getting hurt. We don't want anyone getting hurt, as a matter of fact. But this is another offensive zone faceoff. All these offensive zone faceoffs this period are important because they can come with scoring opportunities.
Rose's line is out there. Winning it back there. Komorowski couldn't quite keep his stick onto the puck as it rolls its way out. Kept alive by the stick of Newton. Rose will chase it down. Rose leaves it off. Newton will pick up. Backdoor pass to Weekly. Shot blocked away. Weekly leaves it for Rose behind the net. Rose, 2 men on him. Newton in to help out now. Make it 3 men for the Zips. Rose getting bodied down. Rose can't get up. Komorowski pushes it forward to Newton. Newton pushes along, taking down Baker. Chance whiffs, looks, tried to go to Weekly. Pass deflected, and now a chance the other way. Komorowski takes his man down. Oh my goodness, so they're gonna, Komorowski's gonna go to the box for that one. I think that was a clean play.
I do as well. I really do
Oh,
not
here we
think
go,
that
Rose
was
and Weekly. We're not happy. They say that he fell not on the behalf of Komorowski. And Baker is not happy with the call as well.
Coach can't be too happy with that penalty. I really do not think that was a penalty. It looked like a clean play in my eyes.
I agree. I say that he got him, he pushed him off the puck, and the dude fell as soon as he felt the contact. They're going to say trip.
Trip?
Wow.
I didn't see a trip.
Wow.
I don't think that was a very good call,
Yeah.
in my honest opinion.
As Coach Luff with an earful along with Baker about that one. Luff wins it back. Akron beats Long to the puck. Thrown in front. Shot attempt sails wide off the block from Luff.
37-32. Komorowski for RMU.
Battling for the puck.
Terrific.
Betts
That's
comes
7.
out with it, moves it forward. Luff chasing. Almost had an edge on that one. Now the defense from Palmer clears the damage. 135 on the penalty.
The Colonials really need to kill this penalty off. And then after, you have to go to work on offense, and you got to try and get 2 goals here. They're still in this game, and they can still win it. But this penalty kill is crucial if they don't want this game to fall out of reach.
Zips working around the net, looking for a chance. A good stick lift by John Betts as that puck will roll all the way down. Burkhart clears it forward. Colonials are changing. Fortunately, Archaea is going to stop and hold that puck, as the Zips almost had a chance with almost 0 Colonial defenders in sight.
Smart freeze by Archaea. You can get a defensive zone face-off here, but I think that was really smart. You don't want to play that puck. You don't want to take any chances.
It'll be Smith's draw here. Wins it back. Tried to go to Baker. Zips collect with a minute to go on their the power play. Looking for it. Back to the point. Throwing it back down. Shot attempt in front. Shot and scored. Jordan Campbell, his second of the game. Power play goal for the Zips, and it's 4-1.
That penalty was really costly for the Colonials. You definitely don't want to take a penalty like that, but I truly don't think it was a penalty. It looked like a clean. It looked clean to me, but either way, now the Colonials got 3-goal deficit, and they gotta try and climb back into this game because you're running out of time.
Both goals on power plays for the Zips have come off of weirdly called penalties. The one against Baker and now this one against Komorowski. Smith with a huge body there. It squirts its way out to Komorowski. Throws that one down into behind the net. Smith fighting for that puck. Port with the primary assist on that goal. Ermagati muscling along for the puck, along with Bookman. Chance in front, patted away by Archaea. Puck bouncing through the middle of the zone. All the way down, it will roll. Thrown all the way past Komorowski. It's a foot race. Komorowski will win that battle. It'll be a Zips icing. So this puck will roll all the way to the Colonial offensive zone, as the Rose, Weekly, Newton line will step on Palmer and Long defensively.
Let's see what the Colonials can do again here. I think they're going to try and win it back and just get a quick shot on net.
Rose wins it forward to Newton. Newton in the skates of Rose now, battling for that puck. Sending it along, Newton. And to help is Rose. Puck still bouncing around down there. Rose comes out with it. Rose circling. Shot saved by Burkhart. Long trying to dance with it. Back to the point to Newton. Newton has a lane shot loose. Weekly was there. Couldn't put on the loose change. Weekly sends it back to the point to Palmer. Shot through traffic. Saved by Burkhart. As thrown down to the ice is Rose, who is not happy with that one as he got thrown down behind the play. As Rose is going to get a penalty. Wow. They're only taking Rose.
Oh my God.
That is a god-awful call.
That is a really bad call by the referees. I really do not think these refs have made the greatest of calls today. I mean, there have been some sketchy plays, and I mean, for him to go and be taken down. Well, I mean, if they're gonna call something, you have to take both guys.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, at this point in the game as well, it should be both ways. Cross check, really, cross check.
Wow,
Ridiculous.
That is not a good call, and the Colonial fans do not seem very happy.
I can't say I disagree. It should be either both ways or none at all. as Rose was thrown to the ice. I mean,
Coaches do not seem happy at all. If you're going to call something, you have to take both guys.
that's what Coach Luff's trying to get here is god awful. God awful. As Wilson plays it back to the point. Shot blocked by Luff. Betts trying to move it forward. To the point, kept alive by the Zips. They try to move forward. Baker trying to clear the front of the net. As if you're going to call cross check, why didn't you call that one? As that one is blocked by Luff, Betts will send it down the length of the ice. As now Baker, who is fuming right now, is going to go get that puck and send it forward. Betts was trailing, now he has to get back. Moving forward with the puck. It's 32 Barrett. Pressured by Connolly. Connolly holding it along the wall. Baker comes in to help. Zips still keep possession. Back to the point. Throwing it to the top of the circle. Off a couple players and all the way back it'll go. Connolly's out to chase. As almost a nasty collision ensued over there. And now Connolly has to get back. Played along the top of the circle by Wilson. Around the net. Holding. Shot. Saved by Arkea. Connolly hits his man along the wall. Moving forward. Baker steps up. Chance here. Backhand shot. Nothing there on the attempt. Betts gets shaken along the boards. Through the middle. Chance. Shot. Deflected. Nothing. Wilson takes the net off in the process. As we will get a whistled down play here. With 29 seconds to go on the penalty.
With 8 minutes left, the Colonials have to play smart. You can't be taking stupid penalties. Now is the time where you have to keep your heads. You can't fall into the extracurricular activities. You got to stay smart and you got to play disciplined.
So the discussion of where the faceoff will take place. Betts is stuck on the ice. Same with Connolly, McCrory, and Baker. Played along the point. Shotted chance here. Saved by Arkea. Doesn't like the extra whack. Macariola doesn't either. And the ref quick to break that one up. But Arkea not happy with that.
Yeah, no, not at all. They you can't have this extracurricular stuff. That shove that didn't need to happen. But the Colonials got lucky there. The refs could have called that, and it would have been a penalty. Can't do that stuff after the whistle.
Macariola sends it the length of the ice. 13 seconds now on the penalty to Rose. 2 for cross-checking, if that's what we want to call it. The Zips moving forward with it. Pollard holds. Even strength now as Rose is set free. Weekly carrying. Gets dragged off the puck. Rose will pick it up, send it back to Smith along the wall. Smith fighting for it. Pollard keeping it alive. Out with it comes Smith. Through the middle, shot blocked into the netting, out of play. 7:18 to go. So Ermagati's unit will step on the ice. Bookman and Smith. Defensively, Palmer and Long.
Another offensive zone draw. Oh, they're moving the face off.
Yeah, Smith wants it from this side, which is a smart move here. He wants to win it right back to Palmer. Couldn't quite do so, is Smith, but he's going to knock that puck down, keep it alive in the offensive zone. Now the Zips will pick up and head the other way. Long steps up, shakes his man. Palmer back to retrieve behind the net. Palmer to Long. Putting on the brakes, Long. And take it around the net. Send it up the boards. Ermagati fighting for position. And the puck, he moves it free. Now he's going to go get a change. Along the wall. Picked up. Sent through the middle. Bookman trying to take that puck away. Kept alive by Adam Portier. Bookman checks his man in front of the bench. Palmer picks up and moves forward. As Bookman was trying to get a line change, no one wanted to come on for him. Smith hits his man behind the play. Long, moving it forward, try to go to Daniels crossing. 6 minutes to play here in period number 3. Puck skyrocketed all the way down. No icing. Palmer plays it along the wall to Daniels. Fighting for it, Palmer. Daniels stepping in, Betts as well. Betts comes out with the puck. Palmer shaking his man off. Off the boards to Luff. Luff gets the line, sends it down. Daniels will skate it to try to get this puck. Daniels fighting for it. Pokes it in front, no one home. Komorowski at the line. Blocked, and now turning the other way come the Zips. Possible breakaway chance. Baker back to prevent that. Baker pins his man along the wall, Luff in to help. Luff skating up with it. Has Daniels. Gets the line, fires it almost on net. Betts will hold while the lines change. Betts moving it back to the point. Picked up by Bork. Shot stuck away. Betts is gassed and is looking for that line change. He will get it now as Connolly steps on the ice. Baker pokes it back in. Borsch down to try to play that puck forward. In the skates, Borsch shot, stuck away by Burkhart. Zeiss Miller hit hard along the wall. Komorowski keeping it alive, carrying it, shot, loose, patted away. Zeiss Miller to Borsch. Behind the net, it goes in front for Connolly, couldn't get there. Komorowski keeps it alive, but he tumbles. Now a chance the other way, but Baker and Connolly both beat the rush back. Baker, behind the net, spins around his man. Plays it behind the wall for Pollard, fresh off the bench. Pollard moving forward with it. Tried to take it himself, gets the puck stripped of him by Kyle Grasha. Moves it forward to Barrett. Barrett shot, patted away, rebound, and scores. Akron puts the dagger in. 5-1 Zips.
That's really tough for the Colonials. I mean, they've struggled so far this third period. They're not getting the shots that they need. Those good quality shots on net, and also too on defense. Like, you got to limit the mistakes. Unfortunately, that's probably going to put the dagger in this game for the Colonials and make it out of reach.
Kyle Grasha gets credit for the goal here. 5-1 the score. As Weekly and Rose trying to poke that puck forward.
Akron goal scored back in 71. Kyle Grasha.
McCrory at the point shot, fired loose, battling for it. Weekly can't get there. Barrett gets an assist on that one, his 4th point of the season.
From Barrett at 16-1.
The only assist on that goal is Pollard trying to take it himself forward. Now picked up by Newton. Newton plays it down low. Weekly fighting for it in front. Chance Pollard winds up, fires, hits off a couple bodies, but not towards the net. Chance in front for Rose. Behind the net, circling, looking, shot. Good attempt, but a save by Burkhart. Rose to Newton, looking. Retreating back, firing, shot, puck is loose momentarily. Rose getting into some extracurricular again after a whack to try to get that loose puck. 3:10 to play.
3:10 to play. Colonials just need to focus on getting another goal and try and get this game within reach again.
It'll be Smith's draw. Wins it forward, shot attempt, almost on net. Good attempt from number 9 White. Ermagati plays it back into the zone. Colonials have to touch up. They do. Zips playing it forward, and a huge hit thrown by Parker Smith. Akron not liking that and takes exception. Dancing through, taken away by Long. Pushing it forward. All the way down, Bookman's going to skate it. Played along the wall, picked off by Smith. Smith to the point, to Palmer. Firing, shot, and a glove save by Burkhart.
The Colonials aren't keeping their shots low. That's what they have to do. They need to go back to what worked and help them get their first goal. Low shots. This is a big goalie. And those high shots just probably aren't going to work. That's why you got to go low.
Smith steps in. Bookman chance shot and scores. Jackson Bookman puts one home. His first career ACHA goal. Congratulations to him as they have to collect that puck. And yeah, Smith's going to grab it for him. But Jackson Bookman, congratulations. First career goal here tonight. At least they get something going into the end of this game.
Yeah, I agree. And that was a really nice shot by Bookman. A really good shot. A quick shot. You need those quick shots. Gives the goalie little reaction time, and that's a perfect play, and that's what you want to see with Bookman. And congratulations to him on his first career ACHA goal.
Ermagati sends it along the wall.
His first of his career.
Whistle dead.
Number 7, Jackson Bookman.
There's a huge applause roll in for Jackson.
Number 9, Parker Smith.
Parker Smith gets an assist on that one.
And number 10, Andrew Komorowski.
And Andrew Komorowski gets a point as well. So Smith, Komorowski on the assist. Bookman, his first career goal.
17-27. Bookman's first of his career. Smith and Komorowski at 17.
Bookman shakes his man off. Komorowski shoveling it forward, picked up by the Zips. Moving it forward, Komorowski. Up to Smith. Tried to poke it to Ermagati. Gloved away. 2 minutes to play here in period 3. Archaea will stop that one and get a quick whistle to the left of him.
Defensive zone face-off here for the Colonials. Try and get another goal. Why not?
Yeah, why not? Who knows? It's only 3 goals. Only 3 goals. It could happen.
It could.
Never said it
Leads
couldn't.
can change quick in hockey.
Oh, yeah. Luff wins the draw to McCrory. Plays it forward to Daniels. Now up to Betts. Cross pass, has a man streaking. Was Luff. No icing there. Luff's going to chase this down. Luff cross-checking his man away. Daniels. Shot and turn by Betts. Good opportunity. He gets taken down. A little slow to get up is Betts. Shoveling in front. Still loose. Puck batted around. Betts still down. Hand pass will whistle it, but Betts still very slow. Is now dragged to the ice. Is a Colonial player. McCrory stepping in. Luff thrown down. McCrory not happy with that. But the main concern here is John Betts, who is laboring his way to the bench.
You got to make sure he's okay. Don't want to see anyone getting hurt.
As Betts having a word with the official as he makes his way off the rink, wondering how he hasn't gotten a call against him all game. Betts, by no means, is the biggest guy on the ice, but Akron has took shot after shot after shot against him. Weekly will step on. Luff wins it back, glove down by Daniels. Now to Weekly behind the net, gets shoved away. Weekly tried to go in front. McCrory is going to step and fire. Scores! Cameron McCrory with a absolute snipe from the blue line. His second of the season, and suddenly it's a 2-goal game.
What an absolute rocket by McCrory. That was an absolute laser of a shot. Lethal. That's an Alexander Ovechkin slap shot all over it.
Oh, don't go anywhere, folks. Things just got a little interesting.
Colonials need to get the puck down in their offensive zone and pull the goalie.
As we will keep an eye on Archaea. RMU trying to apply the pressure. Baker to Weekly. Fired in front. Luff, gloves down, shot attempt. Weekly a chance now. Fires, gets taken down, and that's going to get called. Weekly gets dragged to the ice, and we'll get a power play.
Power play for the Colonials. Now's the time where you have to pull the goalie. You get a 6-on-4. And what they need to do is 2 men in front of the net. Screen that goalie. Low shots. As I have been preaching for the whole game.
Campbell will be the guilty party. Coach Riffner will call a timeout. A wise call from them. 63 seconds to go in this game. So the power play, if they do not score, will expire when the game ends. But a huge opportunity for these Colonials, Cole.
Of course, of course. Smart to take the timeout now. You get your guys a little bit of rest while coach talks to them, tries to draw something up on the board. But you gotta now you pull the goalie. I think that's a given.
Yeah.
Get a 6-on-4. What you need to do is, as I have been saying this whole game, and I've been preaching, 2 men in front of the net.
Yes.
Set it up. You got a power play, and you got a little bit of time. And keep those shots low, and look for rebounds. Keep crashing the net. That's what they got to do.
So it'll be Newton, it'll be McCrory, it'll be Weekly, it'll be Rose, and it'll be Pollard. Archaea out of the net. 63 seconds to play.
I think what they're going to try and do is send McCrory and have him crash the net.
Yep. Baker turning, throwing down the net. Have to touch up for the Colonials. Now 1 minute to play. Pollard's going to carry it in. Pollard gets the zone. He's going to look, throw it back to McCrory. Shot, loose puck in front, taken away. Rose turning, shot, patted away. Another chance, still loose. Pollard digging for it. Back to the point to Baker, can't settle. Baker to McCrory. Fire it over. Chance by Newton, shot sails wide. Baker couldn't hold it in. McCrory, a chance he does. Offsides. This is the Colonials. Wow. It's a sharp angle here to see for us. But 31.4 to play.
Yeah, 31.4 left in this game. I thought he might have kept it in, but I couldn't see it. But still, again, now what you got to do is you just got to put the puck on net. That's what it's all about.
Rose wins it forward to Weekly. He's going to walk his way in. Newton's going to go get that puck. Newton around the net, looking for a man. He has Pollard at the top of the point. He's going to go there. Pollard through the middle, fires a shot. Puck bouncing around. No one can't seem to find it. Puck is loose, covered, and now Rose gets dragged down to the ice along with the Zips player. As I believe, I can't tell exactly what's going to ensue after the whistle, but Baker not happy as well as Rose. As we'll see, the puck's going to go all the way down. Is this going to go all the way down? What is?
I don't know if they're going to call a penalty. I mean, you did have the extracurricular stuff and a couple shoves.
I don't think that was the main reasoning, though, for why this is going all the way down.
Did they intentionally dislodge the net? I'm not sure. I want an explanation as to why faceoff might be going all the way down. Taking it to center ice.
It's a penalty shot. We have a penalty shot for Weekly. Oh, boy. Tyler Weekly penalty shot.
Hang on here, folks. We might have an interesting 16.9 seconds left of the game.
Weekly comes down through the middle. He's going to work his way to the right. Weekly walking in. Shot and off the stick into the netting. No goal. Oh, boy. Weekly had a good chance. He tried to cross it over, but no goal for Tyler Weekly. But as you said, that was delay a game. The net was dislodged on purpose, I guess, from the Zips to cause that, or a hand was covered on the puck. We cannot tell the difference. We didn't hear from the official. But now 16.9 Rose wins it to Weekly. Baker shoveling for the puck. Out of the zone it'll go. Pollard's going to turn and hurry up. 7 seconds now. Pollard forward to McCrory. Leaves it off for Pollard. It's going to work its way out, and that's going to do it for this one. The Zips come out on top 5-3 as Brian Baker is going to be nice with a couple of Zips players. Referee's quick to break it up. But the Zips are going to take away a win in this one.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? The Colonials, I wouldn't say the refs called a great game, but you can't blame this game on the refs. The Colonials didn't make enough plays. That is the reality of the situation. What you have to do is, and they started doing it really late in that third period. When they had the empty net, they were shooting the puck low, and they got some good scoring chances. I don't feel like they did that the whole game.
71 pulled his hand back when Baker tried to shake it, so Oh boy, not happy about that one. Baker is going to turn around the line.
Sign of disrespect by number 71. Hockey's a great game, but you got to show a little bit of class and some sportsmanship.
So Baker and Weekly immediately are going to go to the referees, along with Betts and a couple others who are not happy about this. Here we go. Smith and Weekly's joining as here's where the fun begins. Volkman in there now. Baker trying to get something going, trying to get them off the ice. A couple of players not happy, and Coach Riffner and Coach Love trying to break this up. Now Ermagotti's involved with another player. A glove goes flying. Baker trying to get the Zips players off the ice. Volkman skating back as his glove was thrown away. Long involved a little bit as well.
On December 10th,
Oh boy.
I'll be a Saturday night game here at the Clearview Arena against Cadeyn, another
As a couple of Colonials are refusing to leave the ice at the moment, including Connor Borsch. Oh boy. Colonials not happy about something. Especially, I think, one of the plays, including not shaking the hands at the handshake line.
There's no other way to put it. That is a sign of disrespect. You played a hard-fought game, shake hands with your opponents.
Yeah.
You're in college. You need to act like it and be mature.
Weekly and Baker have both not left the ice yet over something. Now they'll make their way off, but I can't disagree with both of them not happy with the overall emotions at the end of this game. Eventually they do work their way off the ice, referee staying on momentarily. But for us here, I mean, it was a good game in general. It worked its way down to the wire, but unfortunately the Colonials cannot top the Zips in this one and go 0-2 this weekend at home ice. But that's going to do us for here at the Clearview Arena for our first broadcast. We will have another one around the 8:15, 8:20 mark. We will go live as the D2 women's hockey team hosts the Delaware Blue Hens. So definitely stay tuned. We'll have that live in about an hour. So that should be some more fun, exciting hockey here at the Clearview Ice Arena. From Cole Brennan, I'm Cadeyn McCrory saying so long. Akron 5, RMU 3. We'll see you in a little bit.